welcome to another edition of Alyssa versus Food. I'm here in beautiful Toronto, Canada at the CNE 2016 and I'm about to enter the food building. Now I have selected some really weird and wacky foods for my yearly tradition and I'm really excited to get started. Alright, first up on the list are the Crispy Critter Spring Rolls from Bug Bistro. We have mealworms, crickets, shredded veggies, all in one spring roll. So we'll see what it looks like in a second. So these are the Crispy Critter Rolls. The presentation isn't too bad. They actually look kind of cute. They were ready really quickly. These were available for $5.50 and they come with a little tiny sauce in there. There's mealworms, shredded veggies, and lots of delicious other bugs inside. So I'm just gonna take a little dip, I guess. Alrighty, moment of truth.
I heard it may eat worms, that's all I know.
Honestly, I don't even taste the worms. It just tastes like a regular spring roll. The sauce is pretty good. I mean, for the value, I would say the taste is pretty good. Regular spring rolls, so maybe like a 7 out of 10. I like spring rolls. In terms of value, $5.50 for 2 spring rolls. That's a little expensive, but since it has bugs in it, it might have extra protein. I don't know, not too bad. I'll give it a 6. And presentation was good too, not too bad, not greasy. My hands aren't easy to eat. I'll also give it a 7 for that as well. And digestibility, I don't think this is going to upset my stomach, honestly. So I'm good. I think overall this is a 7 out of 10. I didn't show you guys the inside of this, but you can't even really see that there's bugs. I think you can kind of just, there's like a little bit of black stuff in there, but nothing crazy. I think they might just use some sort of powder that has mealworm in it. I really can't taste it at all, to be honest. Up next, we have some Swiss raclette. And now I have been dying to try this one because I saw it on the Food Network a little while ago. It is essentially broiled cheese and they scrape a big wheel of broiled cheese onto your favorite dish. So here they're doing it with French fries. The House of Brisket at the CNE is trying it with French fries and I have been dying to try it. All right, let's go. I have the Swiss raclette with me here. As you can see, it looks kind of just like a big pile of greasy cheese. We've got some pickles in there. Now we have the options to put some little onions on there too, but I'm not the biggest fan of onions, so I opted to not do that one. There's little tiny French fries underneath and little bits of royal cheese on top. So I'm gonna give it a go. It looks kind of hot. I thought there would be more of that like burnt cheese flavor. Whenever I make grilled cheeses at home, I always put cheese on the outside of the bread and I crisp it up. And I really love that like saltiness of the burnt cheese and I'm actually not getting that with this, so I'm a little bit surprised. The cheese is really, really mild. You can feel like the oil on my lips of all the cheese. I just thought it would be a bit more, like have a bit more of a strong flavor. So I'm gonna give this one a little disappointed because I was really excited for this one. So I'm gonna give this one about a 5. There's not much flavor besides kind of like a mild cheese and some little hash brown French fries underneath. I would say that the value isn't that great as well because it was $12 for just like this little tiny thing. I mean, the experience is cool, but I'm also gonna give this one a 4 for value. Presentation isn't that great either. I'm going to give it about a 3 because it just looks kind of like a hot mess. For in terms of digestibility, I'm gonna say that eating a giant hunk of cheese is probably gonna wreak havoc on my digestive system. So this one is probably gonna hurt me later. Up next, we have the fried pig ear sandwich from Farm to Fryer. Now this is a fried pig ear. It comes with maple bacon, slaw, aioli, and cheddar cheese. Now I'm really curious to see what the texture of the pig ear is going to be like. I'm wondering if it's going to be kind of chewy and cartilagey. But this is what you guys picked, and I'm really happy that I didn't have to do the Spam Double Down. So let's try her. So I've got my fried pig ear sandwich, and it actually is quite a large sandwich. It comes in this packaging here. Give you a little look at it. Now it's got 2 pieces on there, aioli, some slaw underneath there, and I got a little something extra because I couldn't resist. They have these little sweet potato pies. It's got maple drizzle, sweet potato, marshmallow, and bacon, and some of my favorite things all on there. I just had to try it. So first things first, we'll try the pig ear sandwich first. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The cartilage does have a little bit of a weird texture. It's kind of like, almost like slimy inside. The taste of the sandwich isn't bad. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's not like horrible. The aioli is pretty good tasting. Cheddar, that's like standard. And the slaw in there. And the pig ear's really warm. It's really not that bad. It's just kind of the texture on the inside of the fried pig ear is just a little bit weirding me out. It's kind of slimy for sure, like definitely a little odd. I'm gonna rate this one a 6 out of 10 because it surprised me that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be in terms of taste. And for presentation, it's a pretty big sandwich. The bun's nice and soft. Yeah, I'll give that one, it's a pretty good sandwich. I'll give that one a 7.5.
No, I want to wait.
And in terms of value for both of these items, it was $9 for the fried pig ear, and it was $6 for the sweet potato pie. So let me try this one first, and I'll let you know the value. I can't really pick it up because it's just crumbling. The pie's just crumbling. Make sure I get some bacon up in there. Oh, it's just marshmallow on the inside. And it's kind of falling apart, actually. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good. You get the nice maple flavor. Couldn't really taste the bacon that much, but it gives it a little bit of a crunch. And the taste is actually really light. The sweetness comes from the maple drizzle on top, but the sweet potato and the marshmallow together isn't really that heavy. And it's really tasty, actually. I would totally recommend this one. Alrighty, next up I have the cartoon dog from Maggie's. It is a hot dog wrapped in bacon, deep fried with peanut butter, jam, Captain Crunch cereal, and sriracha mayo. Now, I have no idea how all of those flavors are going to go together in one hot dog. It makes absolutely no sense to me, which is why I had to try it. Alysa, that's me. my cartoon dog. It is covered in Captain Crunch cereal. It's got the bacon wrapped around, deep fried. There's jam, peanut butter, and sriracha mayo on there. It is the moment of truth. This thing is so weird. I'm just really confused right now. I can't really taste the sriracha mayo. All I tasted is jam and hot dog. And also it was weirdly crunchy because of the Captain Crunch cereal. I don't really see any point to this thing. It wasn't, the combination of flavors did not make it extra delicious. It was just strange. Like, it's not horrible, but it's not good either. For presentation, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. It's just kind of like a sloppy mess. For taste, I'm gonna give it a 3. Like, it's just kind of weird. It's just weird for the sake of being weird. For value, why did I get this, guys? Why do I do this? It is just odd. These tastes should never go together. Digestibility. Digestibility is me questioning my life choices that led me to this point. So, I'm gonna have to swallow that. Alright. Last but not least, we have the deep fried butter tarts from Pickled Pete's. It is $7, and I'm really excited for this one because I love butter tarts. So I have my last dish of the day. This is the deep fried butter tart. For presentation, I'm gonna give it about a 5. It's got whipped cream and caramel sauce on top. It's actually really warm. I can feel it on my palm that it's really warm.
And we got 3 players. Get ready. We're gonna start on 3, 2,
Kind of hard to get into it.
Go, go, go. Looks like the blue car got a head start. The yellow car is catching up. And number 5 is our winner.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner. Bang, bang. Here you go, ma'am.
That's really good. It makes the butter tart, the deep friedness makes the butter tart like super warm and gooey. You can see on the inside. This one, if you like butter tarts, this is a definite recommendation for me. With taste, I'm gonna go.
We need one more player.
I'm gonna give it a 10 because I gave the sweet potato tart a 9. So I'm gonna go 10 with this one because it's really, really good. For value, it was $7. I still think that's a little bit expensive for just like a tiny little dessert, but I'll still give it a 6 because I like it. Digestibility, it is super sweet, so you gotta have a really big sweet tooth for this one. I don't think you need too many of these, but if you have a sweet tooth like me, you could probably do it. But yeah, anyway, I think that concludes Alyssa versus Food C&E for this year. Made it through another year, and I'm still standing. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.